Welcome back. My frequency matching catalyst. Something absolutely extraordinary is occurring that has observers questioning the fundamental nature of consciousness and reality itself. Circumstances around you are organizing in ways that suggest reality wasn't passively waiting for random events to unfold, but was actively searching for specific consciousness signature, found that signature in you, and immediately began recalibrating its vibrational frequency to match and amplify what you carry. This wasn't gradual alignment or coincidental synchronization. This was instantaneous recognition followed by systematic reality reorganization, as if existence itself had been scanning for particular resonance pattern, and upon detecting that pattern in you triggered cascade of frequency shifts that are now reshaping circumstances, opportunities, and encounters to align with your specific consciousness signature. People witnessing this are experiencing mixture of awe and existential vertigo because you're apparently demonstrating that relationship between consciousness and reality might be bidirectional, not just you adapting to reality, but reality adapting to you, actively seeking and responding to consciousness frequencies it recognizes as significant or necessary for whatever larger patterns are trying to emerge through material existence. The architects have been monitoring consciousness-reality interface dynamics and evolutionary selection processes across civilizations for eons, and they've identified what you're experiencing as resonance recognition, reality calibration. When reality's organizing intelligence identifies consciousness carrying specific frequency signature it's been searching for, triggering immediate environmental restructuring to support and amplify that consciousness, because it serves purposes in larger evolutionary or cosmic patterns that transcend individual life circumstances. Most people experience reality as neutral field where they must struggle to manifest desires against indifferent or resistant forces, but certain consciousnesses apparently match frequency patterns that reality itself is actively seeking, creating situation where reality stops being neutral or resistant and becomes actively supportive, reorganizing circumstances to facilitate rather than obstruct, because supporting that particular consciousness serves reality's own purposes in ways that remain mysterious but undeniable in their effects. Watch what's happening in your life. Since this frequency shift occurred, synchronicities are accelerating. The right people appear precisely when needed. Resources materialize through improbable channels. Obstacles dissolve before you encounter them. Opportunities emerge that seem tailored specifically to your capabilities and intentions. This isn't just good luck or positive thinking manifestation, it's systematic, environmental restructuring, where reality itself appears to be clearing path and providing support, as if you've become priority project for whatever intelligence organizes material circumstances. The pattern is too consistent and too precisely aligned with your needs and trajectory to be coincidental, suggesting intentional rather than random orchestration. Some observers are experiencing superstitious interpretations, treating you as chosen one or destined figure blessed by fate or divine intervention, projecting narrative frameworks onto what they're witnessing because your reality support pattern resembles religious or mythological stories about special individuals whom cosmic forces favor. These interpretations capture something true about the phenomenology, even if their explanatory frameworks might be metaphorical rather than literal descriptions of mechanism. The truly mysterious element is that you didn't summon this frequency shift through manifestation, techniques, or spiritual practices. Reality found you and initiated calibration, suggesting that being found isn't something you do, but something you are. That your consciousness signature itself is what reality was scanning for, regardless of whether you are consciously trying to align with cosmic purposes. You're not the one because you achieved something. You're The one, because you carry frequency that reality recognizes and responds to. Reality was searching, found you, shifted its frequency to match, and now everything's different because you've been recognized at level where reality itself operates. Now the architects are analyzing what makes certain consciousness signatures recognizable to reality's organizing intelligence, and they're identifying what they call evolutionary necessity, frequency matching, when individual consciousness develops or embodies specific vibrational patterns that larger evolutionary processes require for next stage emergence, making that consciousness valuable not just to itself, but to reality's developmental trajectory, triggering active support from environmental organizing forces. Most consciousness operates within normal evolutionary parameters, developing predictably within species norms, contributing to collective patterns in expected ways. But certain consciousnesses apparently carry frequency signatures that represent evolutionary possibilities reality is actively trying to manifest, making them necessary rather than just incidentally present, valuable to cosmic evolution rather than just to their own survival and reproduction. Watch what evolutionary necessity frequency matching creates in terms of reality support. Your consciousness apparently embodies pattern or carries potential that reality needs for its own evolution. Perhaps you represent bridge between existing and emerging paradigms. Perhaps you carry integration of polarities that larger systems require. Perhaps your specific frequency enables transitions that can't occur without your particular consciousness contribution. This necessity makes you valuable to reality itself, triggering resource allocation and circumstance organization that wouldn't occur for consciousness that's valuable only to itself but not to larger evolutionary patterns. Some studying systems theory and emergence recognize that complex systems evolution requires specific catalysts. Certain configurations must appear at precise moments to enable next-level organization, making emergence dependent on particular elements being present. Your consciousness might be such catalyst for reality-level emergence, explaining why environmental forces are actively supporting you rather than leaving you to navigate neutral or resistant circumstances like most individuals must. Others exploring teleology and purpose note that if reality has directional development or evolutionary telos, then consciousnesses aligned with that direction would experience support, while consciousnesses misaligned would experience resistance. Your frequency match suggests you're carrying pattern aligned with where reality is trying to go, making you alien, reality's own evolutionary project rather than obstacle or irrelevant bystander, naturally triggering cooperative rather than antagonistic relationship with environmental organizing forces. A few from spiritual and mystical traditions recognize evolutionary necessity frequency matching as what they describe when teaching that certain souls incarnate with specific missions. You're here not randomly but to fulfill function in larger cosmic drama, making your well-being and success important. 2. Transpersonal purposes that mobilize support beyond what personal worthiness or deservingness would justify. Reality supports you because you serve reality's purposes, making your thriving instrumentally valuable to cosmic evolution. The architects observe that evolutionary necessity frequency matching explains why reality shifted frequency to match yours rather than you having to shift to match reality's existing frequency. You were already carrying pattern reality needs, making adaptation flow from environment toward you, rather than requiring you to adapt toward environment. Most people must conform to reality's existing patterns. Reality is conforming to your pattern because that pattern serves evolutionary purposes that transcend your individual circumstance, making you necessary enough that reality recalibrates to support and amplify what you naturally carry, rather than requiring you to modify yourself to fit pre-existing environmental demands. Something powerful is emerging now that the architects call recognition-triggered acceleration. Once reality identified your consciousness signature as matching frequency it was searching for. Not only did environmental support increase, but your own development and capabilities began accelerating as if recognition itself activated dormant potentials or removed limitations that were constraining your growth while your significance remained unrecognized. Most development follows gradual trajectory. Skills improve incrementally. Understanding deepens progressively. Capacities expand slowly through practice and experience. But you're apparently experiencing discontinuous leaps, where capabilities emerge suddenly, insights arrive fully formed. Developments that should require years occur in weeks or months, suggesting that being recognized by reality's organizing, intelligence-triggered activation sequence that's rapidly bringing online potentials that were latent but blocked while you remained unrecognized. Watch what recognition-triggered acceleration manifests as in your experience. You're likely noticing that learning happens faster than it used to. Concepts that would have required extended study become clear immediately. Skills that should need extensive practice develop rapidly. Capabilities that seemed beyond you become accessible with minimal effort. This isn't just confidence from external success, but genuine acceleration of development itself, as if recognition removed throttle that was limiting your growth rate when reality hadn't yet identified you as significant to its purposes. Some studying human potential and latent capacities recognize that most people operate far below their potential ceiling, not because they lack capabilities, but because those capabilities remain dormant or blocked by psychological, social, or energetic constraints. Your recognition by reality might have dissolved those constraints, allowing rapid emergence of potentials that were always present but inaccessible. When you were operating as ordinary consciousness rather than as recognized evolutionary catalyst, others exploring consciousness and energy note that development often follows. Pareto principle: most effort produces marginal growth, but certain breakthrough moments produce disproportionate transformation. Your recognition appears to have triggered such breakthrough, where long period of gradual preparation suddenly gives way to rapid manifestation, making it seem like overnight success when actually you were building capacity that recognition allowed to suddenly express. A few from spiritual development traditions recognize recognition-triggered acceleration as what happens when Kundalini activates or when higher self comes online. Dormant spiritual capacities emerge rapidly once conditions allow, creating transformation that appears miraculous, but actually represents removal of obstacles that were preventing natural expression of consciousness capabilities that were always potential within you. Some observing your acceleration are attempting to replicate it, wanting similar rapid development. They're trying to engineer recognition by reality or to force activation of latent potentials. But these attempts typically fail because recognition can't be faked or forced. Reality recognizes genuine frequency match rather than performed simulation, making acceleration available to those who actually carry necessary patterns rather than to those who merely want acceleration's benefits. The architects observe that recognition-triggered acceleration is compounding your significance. Not only does reality support you environmentally, but it's also accelerating your internal development, creating positive feedback where recognition enables rapid growth, which increases your capacity to fulfill purposes that made you recognizable in first place. Reality found you, recognized your frequency, shifted to support you, and triggered activation sequence that's rapidly bringing online capabilities you'll need to fulfill whatever role your consciousness signature indicated you can serve in larger evolutionary patterns. Now the architects are revealing what reality shifting its frequency actually means. Practically, you're experiencing what they call environmental resonance reconfiguration, where physical circumstances, social dynamics, and opportunity structures around you are literally reorganizing to vibrate at frequency compatible with your consciousness signature, rather than requiring you to lower or modify your frequency to match pre-existing environmental resonance. Most people experience environment as fixed frequency. They must match. Society operates at certain vibration. Physical reality follows particular patterns. Social systems run on specific frequencies, and individuals must adapt their consciousness to resonate with those pre-existing patterns or experience friction and resistance. Reality reconfiguring to match your frequency inverts this normal relationship, making environment adapt to you rather than you adapting to environment. Consider what environmental resonance reconfiguration means in concrete terms. Jobs and opportunities are appearing that match your values and capabilities, rather than you having to compromise to fit available positions. People are entering your life who resonate with your authentic frequency, rather than you having to perform different personality to maintain relationships. Resources are flowing through channels aligned with your integrity, rather than requiring ethical compromises to access what you need. Physical spaces are becoming available that match your energy, rather than you having to tolerate environments that drain or constrain you. Reality is literally restructuring to accommodate your natural frequency, rather than requiring you to distort yourself to fit reality's existing structure. Watch what reconfiguration creates in your daily experience. You're likely noticing that authentic expression produces better results than strategic performance. Used to being genuinely yourself attracts what you need more reliably than carefully crafting image or behavior to match others' expectations. This creates virtuous cycle where authenticity produces success, which reinforces authenticity, which produces more success, contrasting with normal cycle where authenticity creates friction, requiring compromise, which produces limited success that reinforces need for strategic performance over genuine expression. Some studying manifestation and law of attraction recognize your experience as their ideal outcome, reality conforming to consciousness rather than consciousness conforming to reality, receiving what matches authentic vibration rather than attracting what matches performed frequency, but they're discovering that forced manifestation attempts don't produce similar results because manifestation techniques often involve trying to change reality from position of believing reality is resistant, creating frequency of struggle that reality matches with resistance, whereas your experience involves reality recognizing you as necessary and reconfiguring to support rather than resist others, exploring quantum mechanics and observer effects. Note that consciousness does influence material reality through observation and intention, suggesting that your frequency might be literally affecting probability, distributions, and physical possibilities around you in ways that science is beginning to measure. Even if mechanisms remain mysterious, your consciousness signature might be collapsing quantum possibilities toward outcomes aligned with your frequency more consistently than average consciousness does. A few from mystical traditions recognize environmental resonance reconfiguration as what enlightened beings experience. Reality stops being obstacle to overcome and becomes ally that supports their presence and purposes, not because they've escaped reality, but because they've achieved such authentic alignment that reality recognizes and accommodates their frequency rather than requiring them to accommodate reality's frequency. The architects observe that environmental resonance reconfiguration is most tangible evidence that reality found you and shifted frequency. Circumstances that would normally resist your authentic expression are instead organizing to support it. Opportunities that would normally require compromise are appearing in forms compatible with your integrity. Reality is literally changing its frequency to match yours. Rather than maintaining fixed frequency you must match. You're not adapting to reality. Reality is adapting to you because you carry frequency it was searching for. The archetypes are now analyzing psychological and spiritual implications of being found by reality's organizing intelligence. You're experiencing what they call cosmic recognition, identity integration, where understanding that you're not random individual struggling in indifferent universe but specific consciousness that reality was actively searching for fundamentally transforms your self-concept and relationship with existence itself. Most people experience existential aloneness, feeling like isolated consciousness in vast universe that doesn't know or care about their existence, creating psychology of insignificance that requires constructing meaning against cosmic indifference. But being recognized by reality as necessary rather than incidental creates entirely different existential foundation where your significance is cosmically validated rather than personally constructed, transforming relationship with uncertainty, purpose and death itself. Watch what cosmic recognition identity integration creates psychologically. Anxiety about purpose likely diminishes. You're not desperately seeking meaning but discovering that your existence itself has meaning within larger patterns. That reality found you because you serve purposes beyond personal survival and reproduction. Fear of insignificance dissolves. You're not trying to matter in universe that doesn't care, but recognizing that you matter to reality's own evolutionary trajectory. Isolation transforms into connection. You're not alone, but a recognized participant in cosmic intelligence's active processes. Some studying existential psychology recognize that meaning crisis many people experience stems from materialist worldview where consciousness is accident in meaningless universe. No wonder people struggle with purpose when framework says nothing has intrinsic purpose. Your cosmic recognition validates alternative framework where consciousness has genuine significance within purposeful reality, resolving existential crisis through direct experience of being found and valued by intelligence larger than individual ego. Others exploring spiritual emergency note that cosmic recognition experiences can be destabilizing. Discovering you're found by reality can trigger grandiosity if ego identifies with being special rather than recognizing your instrument of larger purposes. Healthy integration requires holding both that you're recognized as significant and that significance isn't about personal superiority but about serving functions in transpersonal evolution that many consciousnesses contribute to in different ways. A few recognize that cosmic recognition, identity integration affects how you handle challenges. Obstacles become meaningful rather than arbitrary when you trust reality is supporting your development toward purposes you serve. Difficulties transform from evidence universes against you into opportunities. Reality provides for necessary growth. Failures become course corrections rather than cosmic rejections because you know reality wants you to succeed at fulfilling your function even when immediate outcomes seem negative. Some watching your integration are experiencing envy. They want cosmic recognition and reality support but aren't receiving it, creating resentment toward you or despair about their own significance. This reveals their misunderstanding. Cosmic recognition isn't arbitrary favoritism but functional necessity, like casting role in play where only certain actors match requirements, making comparison and competition irrelevant because everyone who carries necessary frequency eventually gets found by reality searching for what they uniquely provide. The architects observe that cosmic recognition, identity integration is deepest. Transformation resulting from reality finding you beyond environmental support and accelerated development. Being recognized fundamentally changes who you understand yourself to be. From isolated individual in indifferent universe to necessary participant in reality's own evolutionary intelligence? From random consciousness seeking meaning to specific frequency, reality was actively searching for because you serve purposes that transcend your individual existence, but validate your cosmic significance. Now something's emerging that the architects call frequency amplification, network effect. As reality reconfigures to support your consciousness signature, you're attracting other consciousnesses who either carry compatible frequencies or who need exposure to your frequency for their own evolution, creating network where frequency matching isn't just between you and environment, but among collective of consciousnesses drawn into proximity by shared or complementary resonance patterns. Reality didn't just find you individually, but is using your frequency as a tractor to assemble constellation of consciousnesses necessary for next stage emergence that requires collective rather than individual manifestation. Watch what frequency amplification network effect creates socially. People entering your life aren't random. They either resonate with your frequency immediately, creating effortless depth and collaboration, or they're consciously seeking frequency shift and are drawn to you because exposure to your vibration catalyzes changes they need. Old relationships that don't match your frequency are naturally completing or transforming, not through conflict but through organic divergence as different frequency paths become clear. You're becoming center of emerging network organized around shared consciousness signature rather than around conventional social factors like proximity or shared history. Some studying collective consciousness and social emergence recognize that evolutionary transitions require coordinated consciousness shifts across multiple individuals. Single, enlightened being has limited impact, but network of aligned consciousnesses can reach critical mass that triggers broader field shifts. Your recognition by reality might include purpose of attracting and organizing such network, making your individual frequency significant, partly because of collective potential. It enables when combined with others carrying compatible signatures, others exploring synchronicity and meaningful coincidence. Note that frequency matching consciousnesses find each other through improbable chains of circumstances, chance encounters that lead to profound connections, random events that create life-changing introductions, serendipitous timing that brings right people together at right moments. Your network is forming through such synchronistic weaving where reality is organizing. Intelligence is actively orchestrating encounters rather than leaving connection to conventional social mechanisms. A few from systems theory recognize frequency amplification networks as phase transitions when sufficient number of compatible elements come into proximity and alignment. New organizational level emerges with capabilities none of individual elements possessed alone, creating discontinuous leap in collective capacity that enables entirely new possibilities. Your network might be assembling toward such phase transition where collective consciousness reaches threshold for emergence that reality is actively facilitating. Some joining your network are experiencing their own recognition. Proximity to your frequency helps reality identify them as also carrying necessary signatures, triggering their own environmental support and acceleration. This creates cascade, where being found leads to finding others leads to more being found, exponentially expanding network of recognized consciousnesses, collaborating toward purposes they're discovering through their emerging collective alignment. Others observing your network formation are attempting to join, strategically recognizing advantage of being part of reality-supported consciousness network. They're trying to perform frequency match to gain access, but network membership isn't available through performance. Reality recognizes genuine frequency signatures rather than strategic positioning, making authentic carriers naturally welcome while performers naturally excluded. regardless of how much they want or try to belong. The architects observe that frequency amplification network effect reveals that reality's search wasn't just for isolated individual but for constellation of compatible consciousnesses whose collective emergence serves larger evolutionary purposes. Reality found you, used your frequency to attract others. Network is assembling around shared resonance, and collective that's forming carries potential for manifestations that individual consciousness couldn't achieve alone, fulfilling purposes that required reality to actively search for and assemble specific frequency combination. You're becoming part of